What were you arguing about on the way? This is the question that Jesus poses to the 12 when he gets back in private with them, even though he knows what they've been arguing about. Who is the greatest? And who knows what they mean by this? Who would be the best successor to Jesus? Who will rule with Jesus? Who's the best preacher? Who's the most learned? Who is the best scholar of the law and the prophets? Who knows what criteria they were using to define the greatest? But we do know that it divided them because they were arguing among themselves. Who is the greatest? And really, it's an absurd question in the face of everything that God had done for them. Because it's so clear up to that point that everything that had been done because the Father was at work through the Son. That all the healings that they had witnessed, all the preaching they had heard, all the marvels that they had witnessed were not their own doing, but they were the work of the Father happening through the Son. And so if anyone in that group could say, I am the greatest, it was Jesus. Jesus could have easily said, look, I'm the second person of the Trinity. I am the Son of God. I am the Word through whom all things were made. I am the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. If anybody could have gotten into a fight over who was the greatest, it would have been Jesus. But that's not how Jesus responds. Because Jesus doesn't fight power with power. Instead, while the apostles are caught up in the playing field of power, Jesus introduces a child and says, if you want to be really great, then you have to become simple like this. That in order to receive me, you have to let go of your power, so that the powerful one can come and dwell with you. You have to become simple and innocent and pure and docile and open to receive what it is that I want to give you. And if there is anything, friends, that we have learned in the last month in our church, again, it is that Christianity is not about power. It's about belonging. It's about belonging to Jesus. And if there's anything good that's come from what we've had to endure, it is that we are all faced with this question. Do I really belong to Jesus? Do I really belong to Jesus Christ? Is He the center of my life? Is he the source of my hope and my salvation? Is He the reason that I do everything that I do? Is He the one that I get up in the morning and long to see? Is He the one that I love above every other love? Do I belong to Jesus Christ? Do I belong to Him? Does every ounce of my being belong to Jesus Christ? Because this is the essence of Christianity. Not power, but belonging. And it is something that little by little the apostles would learn. We could ask the apostles, where was your power in the Garden of Gethsemane when all the soldiers came to take Jesus away? Where was your power at the foot of the cross when all of you ran away except one? Where was your power when you locked yourself in that upper room because you were afraid of being associated with Jesus? Where, apostles, was your power then? What good did your power do you then? But they learned. And this is the beautiful gift of the Holy Spirit, who always brings newness and refreshment and renewal in the church. They learned. Because they went from that upper room to their death for the sake of Jesus. All but one was martyred for their faith. Not because of their power, but because of their belonging. They recognized that there was someone greater than themselves who could give them a joy and a peace and a hope and salvation that they could not possibly get or acquire by their own hands, by their own power. What is it that we look for in the church? What is it that we desire in our relationship with Christ? Is it just to manipulate God to get what we want? Is it to be in a place where we can kind of boss people around and feel comfortable about ourselves? Is it so that we can lock ourselves away and do our own thing and build our own kingdom? That's the dominion of power. And it doesn't belong in the church. What belongs in the church is this sense of wanting to be with Christ more than anything else. Do we belong to Jesus? Do we belong to Jesus?